Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I'm back with a new show to react to. We are reacting to an anime today, and it is not a brand new anime, but it is one that I've been wanting to watch for some time now. It is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I watched the first season of the first one way back in the early 2000s, and I just really didn't like it that much. Like, I liked the story, I liked the idea of it, I loved the idea of the alchemy, but I just found that the characters just didn't land very well for me, and I don't know, it just was a little too kitschy for my personal liking. But I remember a while ago a coworker told me, you gotta watch Brotherhood, it's so much better, and you just, you know, just see it, you know, he just told me to just watch it, and I just haven't gotten around to it until now. So I am going to start watching this one. I typically watch my animes in the dubbed versions because, or subbed version, pardon me, because I personally like the voice actors that they usually choose from Japan, but because it's going to be really hard for you guys to see the subtitles, I'm going to go ahead and listen to it in the dubbed version. So this is going to be a very different experience for me, having to listen to it with the English voice actors, but I'm hoping it won't detract too much from the general awesomeness of it. Now, I already know the premise of this show was about the two brothers, Ed and Al, who were both alchemists who, when they tried to resurrect their mother, who died of natural causes using alchemy, they used a taboo, which was human transmutation. And the reason it's very taboo is because it's not fully understood, and there's a really heavy price to be paid for those who don't do it right. And long story short, when they attempt to do this, at least in the first series, when they attempted to do this, it cost Alphonse his body, and his soul was kind of like just out in the ether. And so basically Ed, and also Ed ended up losing his arm and his leg. But then, of course, Ed managed to get Al's soul back, but he had to put it into the body of this suit of armor. Just so it had something to house. But he basically, the whole plot around the first Fullmetal Alchemist was around Ed trying to find his brother's body so that he could put his brother back into his body, because obviously walking around as a, you know, a suit of armor did not exactly equate a full life for his brother. And so I'm assuming we're going with the same premise because it's based off of the same manga. And so I'm really looking forward to this, and yeah, so we're going to watch episode 1, which is just self-titled, as Fullmetal Alchemist, and yeah, we'll have a little chit-chat about the episode when it's all said and done. Okay, let's get into it.
Sir, one last thing. Our rising young star is here as well. I'm placing it at your disposal.
Forgive me, Führer Bradley, but just to be clear, are you referring to...
I am.
Oh yeah.
Fullmetal Alchemist, and with Elric.
One thing I never liked about the first one was that, or this series, that they use the word Führer. Right off the bat, this animation is so much smoother. I mean, I know there's like a 10-year gap, but it's amazing the difference that a few years makes in animation. Wow. Ooh, Envy's looking sexy. Okay, just from these title credits, I can tell that I'm going to enjoy this animation significantly more. Nice. Ooh!
No transmutation circle.
Don't be too impressed.
Gifted alchemist. One who doesn't use transmutation circles. And who has an auto-male right arm.
We have time for all this monologue?
You are the Fullmetal Alchemist. Edward Elric.
Yep, thank you. Know my name. Y'all just... oh. Just handcuffs, right? Silly. Yeah, even I knew that was a bad idea.
Like you underestimated your opponent, Fullmetal.
No! You guys underestimated how to capture him.
Roy, how goes? Heard you let him put you in charge of catching the freezer, huh? One hell of a nasty
So extra.
could be your chance to earn that promotion to Central.
You want Edward? I'm actually his younger brother, Alphonse.
Yeah.
You're the Fullmetal Alchemist.
The storm cloud.
I dare you.
That kid can speak pretty well for being like a 1.5 feet tall.
Alphonse, how are you going to eat wearing that armor? Take it off, relax.
Oh.
So you see,
They don't know.
He has to wear it all the time. It's part of his alchemy training.
The Crimson Alchemist works alone. I always have. Kimberly, if we work together, we
See, maybe if they'd had something like that.
this God-forsaken military. You saw the horrors that took place in Ishval. Keep up the good work.
That guy's a real jerk.
Mother, oh wait. Miss Fritz's quiche. It looked a lot like Mom's, huh?
Aww.
Yes, I'm definitely adding it to the list of things I'm gonna eat once I get my body back.
It's always so sad.
Put it on there, right near the top.
I have a confirmed report that McDougal broke into Central Prison last night. Whatever he's up to, he's growing bold. That means our time is short.
It also means you have terrible security.
Search every square inch of the... But if I find him first, he's mine.
Oh yeah!
Report to headquarters.
Fight fire with fire. I mean, bullets against an alchemist just seems silly to me.
Is that you, Armstrong?
Wow, the property damage.
It is I, the strong-arm alchemist.
Okay.
Who is all strong in the flesh?
Ooh, he's got sparkles, y'all.
Wanted to chop that ego down to size.
What's with the one curl, though? Oh, Lord. Meanwhile, everybody's house goes up.
Come then, after me, Elric brothers.
I love that it's only his mustache talking. Come now. Get with me, Eric Brothers.
I knew no friends in Ishval. Only military bastards and their damn dogs.
Okay. I believe that was the equivalent to a fire slap. That's pretty cool. He's pretty badass at this.
Alchemic reaction on this scale.
Impossible.
Is it? It's happening.
A philosopher's stone. I won't ask again. Where is it?
And what are you going to do, boy?
What do you think?
You're out of your league.
He just sailed up on a wave of ice. So, can the Armstrong guy not destroy everything? Is that possible? This guy is amazing. Nothing in here.
You attempted human transmutation, didn't you? Alchemy's one and only unforgivable sin.
Ooh. Now you made him real mad. Ooh. You done screwed up, sir.
There are some lines you really shouldn't cross.
Yeah, that was it. Snap! You brought up memories of his mama and everything.
Why can't you fools understand? I'm trying to save this country.
By killing a bunch of people? Yeah, people don't really understand that you're doing good when you have a maniacal laugh.
We're going after it.
What do you think of my flames now, you bastard?
Angry.
It's bad enough that he's useless on rainy days.
The shade! Ooh.
Perfect.
That is so cool. This reminds me of bloodbending from Avatar. Yeah, this dude looks scared. You're about to screw up, man. This is the end. Yeah. No.
Major, go now.
Okay, son. Someone's been lifting.
The Fuhrer is the one who actually brought down McDougal.
Sure, but the Fuhrer's telling everyone it was you. So congratulations. Oh, it's like that.
His face. He's not.
Strongly advised. Next time a superior tells you to take credit for something you didn't do, you might try it for once.
Nah.
When I heard you were in the hospital,
Those lashes, though.
I as I suspected, you're in desperate need of my assistance. You need the example of a perfect...
I see, so Isaac's dead, is he?
Envy?
It's a shame. I had such high hopes for him, too. But the Philosopher's Stone? Sounds like he almost...
I like the red background though, that's awesome. Ooh, the ending animation's really good too. Nicely done. Wow, so that was the first episode of for Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Very similar to the OG one as far as, you know, having Ed and Al chasing another alchemist, but this was much bigger scale. In the OG one, they went after a guy that was, you know, he was just kind of a troublemaker at best, and he used to transmute, I think it was wood was his transmutation. But the biggest things I noticed right off the bat with this version versus the old one is that obviously the animation and the cinematography are completely different worlds apart. Now again, I'm not at all crapping on the OG that came out in the early 2000s. We all know that things have much drastically improved in the world of animation and CGI since those times. This, though, it was just really, really well done. One of the things I think I'm gonna like about this series over the last one is that in the first series, you never really got the sense of the magnitude of how important the Philosopher's Stone was. And I mean, and even though in this episode they didn't get into why Ed and Ulrich want a Philosopher's Stone, we already get the sense that it's a pretty massively powerful thing, that this man who could transmute water, which by the way, that was crazy. Like, they made that alchemy look so freaking cool, from how quickly he could freeze something to melt it to have it start boiling and steaming. Like, that was amazing. And then just using his blood like it was nothing, like that was super bad. And considering that that was only in the first episode, he wasn't even the most powerful alchemist out there. There were ones that were probably far stronger than him. So I love that the show is already just jumping in with, listen, this is some of the cool stuff you can expect from all these different alchemists you're going to see throughout the duration of this series. So kudos there. But back to my point, that it really brings out that this Philosopher's Stone, this augmentation, right? We heard, they didn't say her name in this episode, but I already know that that's Envy. You know, she's like, oh, he overused the Philosopher's Stone, it sounds like, right? So we can already infer from that the Philosopher's Stone was augmenting his abilities. So if that's what they could do on someone who had like one transmutation, can you imagine on somebody that was far more powerful, or what this thing actually means and why Ed and Ulrich or Ed and Al are so keen on getting their hands on it. So I really like that, because that's what I was saying from the first series. One of the things that was really missing was like, why is this Philosopher's Stone such a big deal? You know, what's so great about it? Why is it, you know, like, yes, we get that it's a key ingredient to getting their bodies back, but why? Like, what makes it so special? So I like that this episode, it didn't give us too much, but it gave us enough to know that this is a big deal. Really liked it. It definitely makes me excited to see more of how they're going to show the alchemy throughout this series. There still is the voice acting issues that, I mean, I have to admit, it's a little annoying. Well, I shouldn't say annoying. It's a little affronting in this episode, but I know that I'll get used to it as I continue to watch the series. But we didn't get to meet all of the key characters, but we got to at least see the central characters, which are Ed and Al. We got the little teeny flashback to what happened that caused at least Ed's injuries. And we'll see how they start to tell the rest of the story of how we got to this place that we were in the premiere. So yeah, I look forward to watching this version. You know, it's going to be a little interesting. I'm wondering if it's going to deviate too much from what happened in the original. Obviously, the source material is the same as far as the manga, so I don't expect it to be too different, but I'm really still looking forward to it. I think that's going to impede or hamper my enjoyment of this watching whatsoever. So if you like this video, guys, please click like, and if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. And if you haven't already, please go to the Stardust app and download that, and follow me at GeekXXChic. I do reactions there on almost everything that I react to here on YouTube, and they come up a lot faster than what usually shows up here on the channel. All right, thanks so much for watching this time, guys. We'll see you next time.